Right, so hi everyone. I just done something that is incredibly annoying, but I'm just going to choose to laugh instead. So maybe somebody else needs that advice. I just filmed a 20-minute or so spontaneous, well, it was a New Earth message in a prayer circle. So, but I done one yesterday for using the membership. It was like in the membership, but I done one yesterday too. But it was just because somebody new joined. So thank you. You know who you are. I was basically praying for you, and I pulled your wee card, so you'll see me. I'll leave it in. You can't hear, which is a shame. But the message, but basically, I will read those same cards in the membership either after my client session, which I've got really soon, right after this, or tomorrow or Friday. So I'll read them before the week is out. But yeah, but basically the gist was it was Holy Spirit. Wait a minute, I'll show you them. It was Holy Spirit and it was rest. So it's still here. You see. So you see what I mean? Because I'm now reading. Is that what I meant to do? That's what they want me to do. Because it makes sense. Because then I don't need to go in and because it's a bit. Because I did sit there and do it, But I will come in and do something else for you, either this week or next week. But quite annoying. It's annoying for me to have to read this again, but I get it because I've never done that before, and I did check this time. It was just because I didn't turn the mic on. Because sometimes I don't even put that in because I've always done it, but I do notice the difference when I use the mic, obviously, because that's what it's for. But so maybe someone isn't listening. Maybe you're not listening because it's things to do with the audio, or are you listening when it comes to needing to slow down to rest? But basically, to recap the whole message, because obviously I read from the book, but I did channel more and stuff. The message that was really coming through was I was just sharing story. Oh fuck! Actually, that's quite annoying. I did share a really beautiful. That's quite interesting. Everything happens for a reason. I'm being cryptic there, but right. So, being that's quite amazing. So anyway, but what I'd shared was I was just sharing about miracles, about just miracles in general, but like miracles of things that have happened in sessions with people that have got particularly like really bad addictions of any kinds. And so that feels relevant because you'll see, like, I was just uploading the shorts because I published them Monday or Tuesday or I think it was before that, the weekend, right up until Thursday. So if I remember rightly, if again they don't go for the days, but I'm just but sometimes they do for some people. Today's was like really bad karmic interference. Like it felt like people tricking, like trying to pull the wool over your eyes. So look out for that. Today, but really any time because we're in Pisces, and the shadow side of that is confusion, illusion. But yeah, the message was basically like if you're worried about money specifically or being in lack, rest. And you might be like, "What? I need to work. I need to keep going." But the message is like, and I was just sharing a few stories about like whenever I have been really, really worried about money specifically, worrying and like stressing it's really not going to help, right? It's not going to do you any good. Like, and ironically, it can be when you just take a back seat, like whether that's you've only got like 20 minutes for a cup of tea, you just sit and chill, whether you're meditating or just sitting. And I just like to stare out the window sometimes with a cup of tea, but or longer if you've got the luxury of being able to take the day off or half a day or whatever, do it, because these are when I've had money miracles, and also don't discount 418 as well, because inner union, that's when your money can come in and flow better, when you really have got that beautiful balance of masculine and feminine within yourself. But not always, because I just like to give that different perspective of I've been in that inner union for quite a few years, but it didn't sort out my money stuff, like so it doesn't always work like that. I do, and people be like, oh, well, it means you're not in inner union then, but like, no, I have been, because I've been helping other people get into inner union and actually get into physical union. So you know what I mean? It's like, again, my soul just likes to be a bit of an enigma, a bit of a confusion to people. But now it does seem to be, I'm always a little bit slower than the rest of my 6th retrograde. Now I do seem to be, attracting the right clients more easily, and money blocks being lifted. So those of you that are trying to do work on me, it's not working. So I'm protected, and I will keep calling in that protection. And also, if you do look, the next card, Shadow, anger, vengeance, violation, spite. So I don't like this, but I've got the dodgy cards. Look, they're pulling me to them. Although I'm saying that about me, look out, because there are nasty people out there that could, feel what I mean? Like, that's energies trying to piss me off. But I just laugh. I'm like, all right, I'll just use a different deck. I've got hundreds of them. But it's like, it's energies trying to fuck with your finances. So if you're in lack, there could be somebody literally fucking with your finances. So book a session. We'll do some clearing and deliverance, and we'll cut that shit out. Okay, so it's not the whole deck, but I was going to use this one. All right, shit, I was going to... Right, okay, we'll just quickly, I'll scan it. So, meditation, prayer, withdrawal, retreat, or cut... Oh, no, I'll need to read the first... Wait a minute. This is what it is for today, and I'm irritated because I wanted to film a few today. And I might, if I don't want to after I have this client, then I won't, and it's no big deal, and I'll do it tomorrow. Or I'll have a break tomorrow, and then I'll do them on Friday. But I don't want to do too much on Friday because I've got stuff on the Saturday that I don't want to be too tired for and stuff. So, right, 34. Somebody must really need this message, basically, in public. So, deprivation, prosperity guides, withholding, paranoia, stinginess, frugality. And the point of this was, and this is really interesting because I've been having so many conversations about being frugal in sessions, like, you know, because I've noticed that, like, I've particularly noticed, though, so don't be butthurt if you're this, but particularly people with really Taurus anything, but like Taurus, no, not Taurus anything, because I've got a Mercury in Taurus, and I'm no frugal. If anything, I'm a fucking Sag moon. Like, I'm like, I need to calm down sometimes. But it's but actually, I've got very good at saving, so I seem to be going to the higher energy of the Taurus. But, you know, Taurus moon can be quite frugal. So if you're a Taurus moon and you recognise that about yourself, but again, you might be like a Taurus someone else and you recognise it. But let's just read this. So, whether because of sudden change or circumstance or long-held patterns of lack, you may find yourself feeling overly concerned about your finances and security right now. And remember, we've just come out of the Taurus moon, which is about money, and it was conjunct Uranus, which makes, like, you know, things be a bit all over the place and unpredictable and spontaneous and, you know, fun too, but it's quite like, you know, it's electric kind of, what's going to happen next energy? Guess who's got moon conjunct Uranus? Yep, me. So, but again, I'm an enigma too, because sometimes I'm spontaneous and sometimes I'm like funnily, is that the word? Very predictable. So, yeah, you might be worrying that there won't be enough to meet your needs, so you're trying to conserve every penny. Your fears may even arise you to unconsciously seek others to reassure you or guarantee your needs are met in some way. I'm tapping in, and I feel this is like divine masculines that are like overly concerned about money and home and assets, and, you know, because that's always a running theme in the Twinflame collective. For the masculines that haven't yet got to their true divine feminine, it's like, I'm going to lose everything. But newsflash, I don't need harsh here. A lot of the time that does happen. Like, if you need to learn that lesson because you're choosing money and materialism and basically like toxic sort of devil energy over true abundance, you often do lose stuff. So again, I'm praying for you if you're in that situation, but it's when you recognize the lesson and you let it go and you surrender to what is happening, miracles can come about. Now, personal responsibility, this is a general reading. I hope the mic's on, because like I've just said, the mic was off on the... Is the mic on? On the... As in, I'd plugged in the thing, but I hadn't turned on the mic, so that's why there wasn't any sound. So again, maybe you think you're tapped in, turned on, and tuned in to God, but maybe you're listening... I think somebody's listening to bad advice. That would fit with the shorts for today. Doesn't need to, but I'm just noticing that would fit with, like, you think you're tuning in to good advice, and you're not. Now, because I'm saying tuning in, it could be like, you know, you meditating and tuning in to... You think you're tuning in your guides and you're tapping into some other energy that's leading you astray. Or it could be tuning in to, like, social media of some kind. Because like I always say, you've got to use your discernment all the time. That in Pisces season and a Venus retrograde in Aries, Venus retrograde is about things to do with money, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. It's things to do with love, how you feel about yourself, valuing yourself, all this stuff that's coming through. It's if you need to be taught a lesson in these areas, you will. So, you slow down. And Aries and Venus in Aries doesn't like to slow down. Don't take note of me being in Venus and Aries and me being really slow, because I'm a weird one. It's because all my retrogrades, like if you're new to me, I'm like one of the most patient people you could ever meet. But even I've got my limits, actually. But it takes a long time, But I'm feeling that with this, like I said yesterday, with this Venus retrograde in Aries, because I cannot stand Pisces season, right? Pisces people, you're beautiful out there, but I don't like Pisces season. It's just, meh, don't like it. That's why you're not seeing me doing live streams in public. I'm jumping in the membership when I'm guided. But even then, I just done that unlisted. You can't even fucking hear it. But I tried. I'm praying for us every day, though, and I did pray on that, but you can't hear what I said. But yeah, it's all part of it. The message is just take a break, because like I said, when it's to do with the membership, right? Like whenever I had it in the past, because let's face it, sometimes people get unwell, although I haven't actually been unwell like that the whole time. I can burn out, which does actually translate to being unwell because I need to take time off. Basically, what I'm saying is, whenever I need a holiday or so Christmas, I did take time off a couple of weeks. I always make up for it. So if I'm not as active in the membership during Pisces season, although I do always try to have something there, it's like I'll do loads in Aries because I've always got loads more energy. You make up for things. So think about where this fits in your life. Your fears may even cause you to unconsciously seek others to reassure you. Oh, for fuck's sake, that's a bit noisy. I mean, I'm not being funny, but I was about to make that. This actually could be picking up on things to do with drink, because either somebody's got a shit load of recycling, or that is yeah, but it was bottles clinking. So, and it's just interesting because I was talking about addictions in the membership one there, because it's come up on the shorts. Remember I filmed the shorts last week sometime. So, again, I think they just want to stress that to everyone in public. That's why that's happened. That if you have got some type of addiction of any kind, it doesn't need to be alcohol. I can work miracles there. I can't promise anything, but most of the time it's kind of nuts. You'll definitely get a lot of energy anyway. Just depends what's got a hold of you. But your fears may even cause you to unconsciously seek others to reassure you, guarantee your needs in some way. The trouble with allowing these fears to take over is that the insecurity will be felt by others, and they will step back, fearful of being used for your security, creating a cycle of even more deprivation. This circle of fear and lack dries up the well of prosperity even further. Happily, your prosperity guides are here to help you reverse this vibration. They inform you that hoarding, withholding in any way goes against the divine flow of the universe. And then I just gave this story about, I just experienced just this week. Literally, I always encourage you to, whether it be myself or anyone that does, good work, helping people basically from the good of their heart, or whether it's they've already got another job and they do it in their spare time, or people do it full time like me. It's and basically I'm never off. Sometimes I do get dragged on my weekends and stuff like that. And then I make up for it elsewhere, because I very much am about the balance of masculine and feminine. But that's how I'm like a creature of habit. I like to have my weekends to myself. I don't answer emails on a Friday night to the Tuesday morning strictly. Sometimes I'll reply on your Monday if I want to. Do you know what I mean? And in Pisces season, the wait could be longer. You'll have noticed that. I only got back to some emails this morning when I couldn't sleep before in the morning. I'm on New Earth time, guys. So again, this is the thing. Sometimes I go to sleep at 11:30 at night. Sometimes I'm awake watching something before the morning. It's just, I find it quite fun, as long as I can make up for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, basically the point is I contributed money to something to someone to thank somebody yesterday, and it was just a wee bit, and I already pay into something. And then today I did just get it all back. So you know what I mean? That's God works miracles. So pay attention. That happens to people that tune into my stuff. So I love it. Because I only realised after, so universal laws of prosperity state that we receive, that we give. The universe does not lack. Lack only exists in our minds. The true source of poverty is an indication that we've disconnected from our divine source, which causes low self-esteem. This is the true source of lack in any area, where it's money, comfort, security, or even love. To get back in the flow of things, your prosperity guides urge you to reconnect to source by being generous in all ways. Any stingy tendencies, even with yourself, and that can be being stingy and frugal and not spending 1444. Not trusting that if you spend money on yourself with good intentions, that you're like, and I know that this person's going to help me because I've seen how much, like for instance with my stuff, people book a session with me because they've seen enough in public how I help other people, or how I've let you feel it because I've helped you. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be guided to book, or it's just not time, you're not ready yet, you know. But it works with other people like that. But that's how it works here. Like I always say, when you're guided to a shaman, right? Like, and again, I am a true shaman. I always just like to point out, I'm not just fucking chucking the word about. I've actually put in the work to earn that title, which is fucking a lot. You know, it's like moving through every type of fear you can imagine. That basically, you won't know why, you know, but a lot of the time you could feel in the lowest you've ever felt. And remember, in Pisces season, you're not alone. A lot of people feel very alone. So please reach out if you feel guided to. And remember, if it's your first time, you do get the discounted session there. So reclaim your self-esteem by recognizing that you're a trust fund baby of the universe. And again, this fits with the shorts because there's one about divine inheritance being released tomorrow. Receiving the universe's gifts, connect to this flow by sharing all you can, a smile, a compliment, your assistance, your time, your prosperity guides message, tap into the abundance of the universe by sharing your heart. And then the other one, because I've got to go. So this is quite interesting. This is just taking up the whole thing, but I think I will. I'll film the other one like after I finish. So meditation, prayer, withdrawal, retreat, again, Pisces season. Our culturally perverse notion of doing is the correct use of time, and that doing nothing is a complete waste of time has indeed made us a sick society. See how the two cards fit, because that's been my experience. Whenever I've had periods of like absolutely no money, where I just surrender and I rest, sometimes then the money would come in like a couple of days later because I just surrendered and I thought, right, God's wanting me to rest right now. Yeah, it's like when people reschedule on me too. It's like sometimes like I was about to reschedule them and it's like you tune in and it's for whatever reason it's not the right time. Your overwhelming desire to back off. What I've noticed, again, they want me to say that about my therapy. I'm going to be changing that up because what I've noticed with my last therapy client is, there was more integration time needed in between sessions. So because it's more like coaching, they definitely wanted me to shift that about. But I've just tailor made it to that person. I'll tailor make it if you're interested in that. It's a direct summons from the Holy Spirit to withdraw your attention from the outer world and reconnect your soul. Your life is not frittered away meaningless and unexamined activity. You came in with purpose and specific soul intentions that are being neglected. They're now knocking at your door of attention, reminding you that you have commitments to keep. But I also said intentions in the membership. So it's pay attention to your intentions and where you're paying attention to. And again, specifically today, there's something about not listening to liars, basically, but you might not be able to see through liars. So again, I'm praying that you can. Crystal clear vision. Crystal clear clarity, you get it. If you don't heed this call and begin to self-examine, you may even enter a dark night of the soul, a time where nothing feels meaningful. Again, a lot of people are in that right now. Listen to the Holy Spirit and open your heart to its direction. Take lots of time to be alone and get in touch with your soul. Write in a journal, seek counselling and pray. Allow yourself to be in direct contact with the guiding wisdom of the Holy Spirit on a daily basis. Withdrawn from the world, whether through contemplating, meditation, or even sabbatical, is the most powerful way to use your time right now. The Holy Spirit is guiding you to take quiet moments as message. Make time for yourself, especially when we move into, I know it's definitely Saturday, but I think it's actually Friday. Saturday will be, look, feeling like shit. That's quite sad. Wait a minute. Like Friday, Saturday, need a sad face. Friday, Saturday will be Cancer, Moon, Pisces season. So that is a lot of water, and that, like, the shadow side of that is really pretty miserable. Again, it's beautiful and kind and cuddly, but again, and I know because I've got my fourth house Cancer energy in Pisces. Whenever the moon's in Cancer or Pisces, I can often feel like shit. Hopefully not this time. But again, I'm doing something kind for myself and spending time with one of my beautiful friends. Actually, Saturday and Sunday. So again, that'll be but I'll be so socialised out that I'll be really needing to rest on the Monday and do nothing. But so these are pretty hard hitting cards. What do we want to leave the people with? And then you'll see this later. This might not go out till like fucking the wee hours. Depends how long I'm on the Zoom call. I've got my flask there, so I can just go straight from this to this. What does somebody need to know? Gobsmacked. Right, wait a minute. I don't think they want, oh my God, they don't want the feeling like shit card on it. Look at this. Faith, healing, meditation, praying. There's really dark cards in that deck. If you know, you know. Like major T, like ones that kind of make me cringe. I'm quite sensitive for that deck. But because my Gemini's in my 8th house, I'm very Scorpio-ish today, so I was feeling it. Illumination, Truth, Discovery, Awakening, Praying. Unfortunately, this feels like it fits with the shorts. I'll pin it below. You're either finding out the truth about people that you trusted. Wait a minute. I'm not smiling at that, I'm just smiling from there. Or you're going to soon. So again, if you're even in any kind of doubt and you want somebody that's an expert at that, book a session with me and we can find out. Wait a minute. My eyes are going all over the shop. But that's probably going to have meaning. My eyes are going all over the shop. Like they're, maybe you're being distracted from what's really going on. I don't know what that means, but it's going to make sense to somebody, especially because it's about to reach 21 minutes. 21 is the world card, something completing, something coming full circle. It has a not nice feeling to it. So only you'll know why that is, and it'll mean different things to different people. I feel like I just want to do this. You're perfect for me. You're perfect for me just as you are. Don't ever change. So this might be the only one today. I'll just tune into how much energy I've got after this. But yeah, sending you loads of love and empowerment, because I'm not a fake love and lighter. If you say love and light, doesn't mean you're fake, by the way. But I just don't like it. I choose love and empowerment. Oh, the time.